Hi, welcome back. So this is yet another video. We are going to talk about video, the table adverse event. Okay. Let me continue the adverse event, the programming part, because the 14.2.1 we will be having this 14.2. So here we have treatment emergent adverse events by treatment, system organ class, and preferred term. So what we're doing, we're trying to divide based on the test and reference statements. Uh, what are the adverse events happened for which organic class? So how many subjects get treatment emergent flags? Okay, treatment emergent adverse events. So we have to find out that one as well. Then we have to each system organic class. How many for terms? How many adverse events happen? We get the counts along with the percentage. This is the one the layout. We have to do it by programming. Okay. So here let's dive into the programming first, and here we have any previous data set. We are trying to remove them by using the rm, doing those ones. Then we calling all the libraries required to execute this program: the deployer, libredate, admiral, and stringer. And we have sqldf as well, and r2rtf in order to output the rich text format. And here we will keeping the set working directory here, clinical resource. That is the current working directory. I'm working on it, and if you need to check it is in the right working directory or not, you have to use get working directory function. Then we call the sdtm required. Adam is a source data set for this program, so we calling that Adam. And we need two data sets to create this output. The one is ADSL to get the treatment related information, and the one is ADAE to have that events related information. Okay, so this is output has a safety population flag, so we need to filter it out as safety population flag. So here I have filtered out safety population flag equal to y. Make sure you'll be having double quotes when you filtering out population. Then what I'm doing, so I'm trying to divide the two treatments because I need to know the counts for the capital N counts for these one. I have to find out. Okay, then only we can calculate the percentage. So we need to find n1 and n2. For that I need to, what I do, I just create, if it is a test I'm giving the ts. Okay, and string to detect, if it is a period 1 ref, I'm giving as a ref. Yes, then I'm also providing the sorting order for the order ord variable. So if case when the trt is a test, then I'm giving as 1. The trt equal to ref, I'm giving as a 2. Then I'm selecting all the required variable. So unique subject id, age, treatment, order. So we don't need these variables. I just remove this part. Oh, okay, so I'm selecting these only up to here. So I'm having a demo one here. When you check the demo one, we have 3 variables along with all the required treatment information. Okay, so once we get into that, then we'll do the same thing with the demo period 2, treatment 2 actual, period 2 actual. So I'll do the creating as a demo 2 data set from the demo here from the data set. So if it is string to detect, if it trt 02a test, then I'm giving as a test, and the trt 02a ref I'm giving as a ref. So I'm also creating the order for this one. So I'm removing this part. I don't need these one. Why I've selected, I have this. Okay, so then I'm filtering out the same thing by there is no, should not have any missing values. I'll be having 47 way observation. Then what I'm doing, I'm setting up these two by using the bind rows functions, the demo 1 and demo 2, and I'm selecting only the distinct unique subject id. Okay, selecting only the distinct, so you'll be having 92 observations and 3 variables in the demo final. Okay, because I'm not creating the overall here, that's why it will be having only 92 observations. And also in the layout there is no overall column. So remember with last video will be deriving, we have derived the overall treatment as well. So for that, we will be having the 1, 3, 4 observations. So for now, we are creating only the test and reference. So for that one, we'll be having only 22 observations and 3 variables. So once I combine these two by setting up this demo 1 and demo 2, now we're going to check the counts by using the summarize function here and to get the counts. Okay, so here I'm getting the counts n1 and n2. So you see here n1 will be having 47 and n2 has a 45 counts. Okay, then I'm keeping this concatenate function into n1. So this is a cat. Okay, so it prints n1 n value into the n. So basically when you execute this one, so you will see the printing here. For that reason I'm using this one to print to know what is the n1 value and what is n2 values. Okay, then what I'm doing here, I'm now we finished the treatment data information, we got n1 and n2. Now we continue with doing with the events. So here I'm doing with events first. I'm selecting the trtae, so the treatment data information. So I'm using the treatment emergent flag as a filtered and the safety of population also. So we are considering only this treatment emergent events only. We're considering those if it is y plus. So we are considering those events only. So here is if it is a test, I'm giving as a test, and if it is a ref, I'm giving as a ref. Then I'm giving as also ordering. If it is a trt equal to test, I'm giving as a 1, and if it has trt equal to ref, I'm giving as a 2. Okay, then I'm selecting all the required variable as per the shell. So I am selecting the SOC, the AE bodices and AE decode for the preferred term, and also the TRT and order. Okay, so if you execute this one, so when you check the ADAE here, so we'll be having the 7 events. So here we have the AE bodices. These are so AE bodices will be the system organ class, and these are the preferred terms along with the subjects. So once we get this one, now we have to segregate, we have to divide SOC and preferred term separately, and the number of subjects treatment emergent flags. So here what I'm doing, I'm grouping by the treatment. So obviously these are the events are coming is as the treatment emergent flags. So if AE bodies is so I'm giving as a I'm counting like total count of the events. Then I'm giving AE bodices the name for the I'm giving by using the method function. I'm giving the AE bodices new name for the number of subject TATs, and AE decode is missing, and I'm also giving the sorting order as a 1 because in the mock shell this one coming under first. Okay, so I'm giving as a total count of the TATE, how many treatment emergent flags and total counts. So I'm giving as a AE bodices for this one because to organize as per the shell. Okay, and now I'm doing the SOC here. SOC, so let's divide this SOC. We also considering the AE decode part. AE decode will be the missing because we are considering only the AE bodices here. We're grouping by AE bodices. Then we are doing also AE bodices and AE decode wise by group by. Okay, then we combine together. So let me run this one first. So summarize has group output by TRT. That is okay. That is yeah, override function that will be for that one. And also we are using by because if you are using multiple variables, it is giving this statement. That is fine. This is not a warning or error. So then we combine this SOC and PT first. Okay, by using all hyphen dataset muted. Then we're giving as a sorting order as a 2. For these two I'm giving a sorting order 2. Then I combine this anyone and all for the all data. Okay, anyone is not found, maybe I not. And now we have all data. So I have a number of treatment emergency 6 and have a system organic class, and also have the preferred term for individual organic class. Okay, then I continue with this one. Now I'm doing final. So now what I'm doing, I'm transposing. So I'm transposing by using the pivot wider. I'm creating the AE bodices, AE decode and sort coming as a, because here when you check all data, so these are coming as a columns, right? So now I want to become I want to convert them as a numeric row wise. So when I check here, when I click this one, I run this one. So when you check final data set, you can see here it is divided into two different way. Like, okay, so what I'm trying to say here, when you check the all data here, you see the TRT is in the row wise, right? So we want to be as per the mock shells that the test has to come on the top and the reference. So in this events, we don't have the events for the reference, so we have that info. And for the test, we need to come as a column wise. And for that, I'm using the pivot pointer. I'm running this final one. And when you check the final one here, final, when you check the final, the tests are coming on the top. Yeah, and we get the values for that individual events. Now next, what I'm doing, I'm applying the percentage as per the shell. So percentage as per the, because it is 1 point floating. So I'm in the bracket, inside the bracket. So I'm doing the same thing here. Since we don't have reference, I'm keeping as a comment for now. I execute this one. When you check the final one, the final one will be having the test, and the sorting order will be dropping at the end. Now what I'm doing here, so I try to sort A bodices, A decode. Then I giving the space here, because SOC there is a space between after the system organic class we have a preferred term, so we need to give a space for the, as per the mock shell. So for that I'm doing here A bodices case. When you have uh, like space here, then we're giving as a space, else we're giving as A bodices combined with the A decode. So if CC paste A bodices, so I'm giving like I'm creating the new variable here, CC and A bodices having some space and AED code. And I'm also creating the reference for 0 in case, just for showing that there should be no as per the mark we have to create the reference, right? So for that I have to keep it 0, and I'm selecting all the CC test and refer, and also I'm sorting by SRT variable. When I run this one, so you see final two here, the final one. So you'll be having the reference and the test along with the percentage. So now you can see the final two output, final two data set. You will be seeing there is a space in between from the system organic class and the preferred term, and you will see the test and the reference, the two columns. And here we have accounts and along with the percentage. And since the reference column reference test, we don't have any the events present for this reference test drug, so it should be indicated as a 0. So I'm just keeping, instead of dropping this variable completely, I'm just keeping as a 0 for now, and I'm sorting this sorting variable will be dropped at the end. So now we got as per the required shell here. We have SOC and pivot and the test and reference. Okay, now we continue with the doing that reporting. So now we are selecting only these three here for the final three, for the final one, before we start for the output. So in the output, we'll be having the path where we want to save that data set, where we want to save that report. Okay, so the path. Now we will be considering the landscape as the orientations. The 14.2.4, just copy this part here. So so this is in the left side alignment, and it is in the bold here. So what I'm doing here, I'm just copying this part and I'm giving the justification for as a left, and then I create as the text format as a bold. Then we are creating a call header by using the system organ class, and there is a space because the medra is coming in the you see here this part is coming on the top and this part is coming in the bottom by having some space. So for that one, I'm just giving it the percentage n and the medra before term. Then I'm also taking that n1 here, the total count, and the space coming in the bottom and the reference. So then I'm giving the width for the call header 1166, and also giving that justification either left and center alignment. And I'm also doing the same thing for the body, because the value should have to come in the because if you have the header part here, the value should have to come on the exactly in the same place, so there should be no missing here. Okay, so then after I copied all this once, so footnote once, so I have selected them and I have to keep it here. Then I keep it as encode, RTF encode, which is basically these values are coming into the output. So write RTF for creating the RTF format. So this is the simple report form. So let me execute this one. Okay, so our output has executed. When you check here, there is a here is created 14.2.1. So here we have exactly, okay, there is some, but you can just keep it like that, and you have n counts. We also have n count for the reference, and there is a counts along with the 12.8 is a percentage. So you can calculate these ones, okay, for individually, and get to know how much percentage for each count. And we have the footnotes here. Quite complex, but if you practice well, and it will be easier to understand. Okay. So that's it for this video. We'll check for another table for the next. Thank you so much for